Hold on a second.
Hold on a second.
Aren't we starting?
Hold on a second.
All right. Hey, ballers. Welcome to These Balls Could Talk. Normally, we start off with a somewhat witty or sometimes not witty.
Witty.
But we're going to... we kind of want to talk about something that just happened in Portland, and then what happened in Minneapolis the day before. There's just a lot of controversy going around with federal agents and the citizens of this country, and it does not seem like something needs to happen. Something needs to change. I would love for this administration to take some leadership and make that change, but we're not 100% sure about that. But what we're going to do our best to try to entertain you for a little while. We will talk about this later on in the show, but we do want to kind of throw, T's and P's out to everyone who may be suffering because of these events. But we're going to get ready to discuss the latest in sports, tech, and pop culture. Joining us tonight,
politics.
And a little politics. Joining us tonight is a man who works with Mr. John Joseph Campagna and a huge 49ers fan. As you can see, he's sporting his Fred Warner jersey. Please welcome back to the show for the second time, Mr. Jon Henry. What's going on, John?
Hey, John.
What's up, fellas? Thanks for bringing me back in. Excited to be back on the show.
Yeah, glad to have you back.
Talk Niners more.
Yeah, you're giving me already giving me extra work. That was the original plan. Because I have to switch. I now have to make a John C and a John H name tag.
I mean, we're going to talk Niners because it is a great week to talk football. I think we're going to lead into our all baseball show before another all football show. So I think it's good we get to it.
That's right.
Agreed.
Let's catch up a little bit. We've been off for 3 weeks for the holidays and for the New Year's.
Was it 2 or 3?
It's been 3.
2 weeks.
So, John, why don't you catch us up on what's been going on with you?
So, like the rest of the world, I was watching Stranger Things, and I watched Volume 1, and I was sitting with Jamie one day, and I was like, I've been trying. The thing I've been telling her about, like, her media, I was like, scary stuff is like spicy food. If you don't try it, you won't like it. You just won't, right? A lot of people grow up, they don't try spicy food, they don't watch scary movies, and then they become adults that don't like spicy food or watch scary movies. So we started Stranger Things. She loves it. We are almost caught up. What this has done, however, it made me late to Volume 2 and the finale. So we are, as of tonight, halfway through Episode 7, Season 5. So congratulations, everyone. We're almost there.
Almost there.
Almost there. Pretty much the entirety of Volume 2, and this is going to be spoiler-free, but I'm going to mention something that is in Volume 2. It's interesting that the strange things were actually science.
Science!
Besides media, got ice cream today, and that was good. Confirmed.
What flavor?
I like it.
Brownie cheesecake again, because Stewart's brownie cheesecake is my current favorite, which was awesome. I confirmed that I think probably the 2 private schools that I'm going to apply to for Jamie are done. So those applications are in and ready. The application deadline for the school that's close by is Tuesday. So right at the wire, I confirmed that the school, or her current school, sent stuff. And so that's done. And, I tripped into being the yearbook editor. So I'm Jamie's yearbook editor. God help me.
I can't believe.
I think you talked about that last episode.
Yeah.
God help me. So that's it. What's going on with you, Mark? How was your holiday, man?
Let's see. I mean, first half of it was spent at home, and then it went to Southern California, visited my friend Marianne and
the Los
Maddie
Angeles
as well. And happened to just look at the schedule. Because we normally we've gone out to basketball games. We're both Celtics fans. We didn't really have any plan to go, but I just happened to look at the schedule one day, and I was like, the Celtics are going to be in town when I'm there. And it did not take long to convince her to go. We ended up getting seats in a suite because she has a 2-year-old that we wanted to hopefully to try to enjoy the game as much as he can. But in case that he didn't, then he'd had room to maneuver around. It's very hard to do that in a normal seat. So that's what we did. Clippers did not show up to the game, and the Celtics just trounced them. Jaylen Brown scored 50 points. All was great. The only really bad point about this trip was it rained almost the entire time.
Oh, no.
Sunny California.
Are you playing with something?
A little bit.
A lot of background. Anyway.
I didn't think it was going to make noise.
It was, it was not normal Southern California rain, because sometimes it's just a little pitter patter and here and there or sprinkle. No, this was like back home, like New England Northeast rain, torrential. Well, not torrential downpours, but it was a steady rain. Like I believe they got between 1 to 2 inches the time I was there, and they had more before I got there too. So it was a weird weather front to go to Southern California. But still had a great time. It snowed back here, so dealing with rain is a lot better than dealing with snow. That's for sure.
100%.
Pete, what about you?
Oh, wow. I mean, we had a really good Christmas and New Year's, of course. Went to see my parents in Buffalo, had a lot of fun. And we're just trying to keep up with Liam, who's just learning exponentially fast and singing songs and, just learning more and more.
That video
more
of
words.
Steph shooting him singing Ophelia is phenomenal.
Apparently he knows another Taylor Swift song that she didn't even realize he knew, and he just sang it out of nowhere tonight. And we got him this cool space projector, so I'm just projecting stuff to his ceiling. So he looks at me, goes, "Whoa!" But then he runs over and turns the light on to turn it back off to reveal the space projector, and goes, "Whoa!" and does that like over and over again. It's really cute.
You can tell him Jamie also sleeps with a space projector.
That is, I will tell him that his cousin does. So yeah, we had a really good time out in Buffalo. Enjoyed the Bills trouncing the Jets there and having the 53-year send off. It was cool to see this big presentation up on the screen, I guess, and like none of the crowd left, so that was fun to watch and see CBS do that. Yeah, work's been work. It's been fun. We're gonna try to get out skiing coming up, so I'll stay tuned for that.
Cool.
Well, I mean that's pretty much it. Steph and I are just moving right along.
Cool. Hey everyone, why does Aaron Rodgers start the day with short throws?
I think you said
why, Mark?
Throat.
To avoid a stiff opener. Think about that one.
Hey.
It's time for warm up your balls. I'm running out of these warm up jokes, so now they're.
It would be good if you had some sort of internet-based system to ask, and then they would.
I do. It's not coming up with good ones anymore.
Tell it to be funnier.
During this segment, Pete will spin the wheel that will randomly select a question for our guests to answer. Are you ready, Pete?
I think so. Let me hit refresh to make sure that the wheel is current.
Wheel is current. I did it like 20 minutes ago.
No. I'm saying I may not have hit refresh. I trust you. I don't trust myself. All right. So, John, what's the worst movie you've ever seen?
Worst movie I've ever seen. Most worst movies I've ever seen, I usually cut off in like the first 30 minutes at this point.
Okay. Well, yeah. What's one of those where you're like, nope, I don't need to see this?
Wait, so does that mean like have you seen a bad movie in the theaters and you walk out of the theater?
You know what? I'm very selective. I'm a very selective watcher. So like, it has to really pique my interest before I even watch it, or within like the first 10 20
I mean, it's quite the investment to go to the movie theaters these days, right?
Yeah. But most movies are. Most of the time, I'm taking the kids, unless it's like the last a few Marvel movies I went in and saw. So,
but you don't leave those.
No, not by far.
No, the kids would never let you hear the end of it if you did that.
Apparently, there's a movie on Rotten Tomatoes called Jon Henry with a 0% score.
Oh no.
That I have not watched that, by the way.
I feel like you almost kind of have to now for science.
No,
for science.
For science. Oh my god, we should look up like a really bad movie and suggest it to Katie and Nat.
Battlefield Earth.
Oh yeah.
By the way, that was my answer. Battlefield Earth. I walked out. I definitely walked out of the what's it face? What is that stupid religion? My brain just shut off.
Scientology?
It's a Scientology movie. It's about the alien species coming down.
Oh my god.
Was that the one with John Travolta with the dreadlocks?
With John Travolta and the dreadlocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
That certainly did not go well.
What was the one with Antonio? The one with Antonio Banderas, the action one. Ballistics versus Sever or something. That was
That's a deep cut.
I don't know.
Yeah. I just remember there's Battlefield Earth. Yeah, that movie sucked. That's a good answer. We can move on.
I remember one time, this was back when we rented videos, and my dad...
Are you 100?
I am. My dad
VHS
ended up
tapes.
picking up this... I don't remember what it was called, but it was this... He thought it was this space mystery movie.
Okay.
And it ended up being just a video of people floating in space.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I don't even know why this was at the rental place.
Like
It was literally just
NASA people, like actual NASA people.
I'm guessing
or-
it was NASA people. This was
Okay.
before the International Space Station, so I don't know if this was like recording
some
from a space shuttle
routine
mission
space
or
shuttle,
something
yeah,
like that.
I'm sure it's some
it was
space shuttle
literally
mission.
just video of the astronauts, and it was primarily them just floating in space.
Wow.
All right, what about the Scooby-Doo movies?
Which ones? The one with Freddie Prinze and Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Yeah, and Matthew Lillard.
They made two of them.
I mean, it doesn't mean they're good.
I remember a decent one.
Okay.
That Snow White that just came out recently.
Not a
That
fan
one
of.
I was in. No, I got a bunch of girls, so
The live action
Oh
one?
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, but did the
Did they-
kids
that
like
one-
it though?
They watched it. I think as long as they're singing, they're into it. You know?
Have they seen the
Well,
original, the animated one though?
All right,
Yeah, but they weren't really into that one either.
Okay.
Madam Web. That is all. Let's move on.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
That's a good
I haven't
one.
even seen it, and I can say
That's a
that.
good one. John
Don't.
wins.
Oh,
Don't.
actually, I have one that I know is going to be so bad that I purposely never watched it and never will. It's Batman and Robin. I just don't think that could
What's wrong with
possibly.
Batman and Robin?
Batman Forever.
That movie wasn't good.
Batman Forever was teetering on a 5-mile high ledge of campy and cool. And I'm sure Batman Forever went that extra
But
inch
had
and
Alicia
fell off
Silverstone
the
as
said
Batgirl.
edge. I don't know. I don't need
can't-
to see it.
We can't speak of the Tim Burton Batman movies anymore.
But that wasn't even Tim Burton. That was
that
I don't
wasn't
even
Tim
know who
Burton.
that was.
Yeah, Tim Burton just did the first two.
George Clooney
All right,
cannot be
let's-
Batman. Come on.
He was better than Val Kilmer as Batman.
I liked Val Kilmer as Batman.
Oh, I hated Val Kilmer.
I don't know. All right, they're all dumb,
Not to
but
speak
you know what?
ill of the dead, but
Yes. R.I.P. Val
Batman
Kilmer,
Forever
I
was
guess.
the one with Jim Carrey.
yeah.
Forever.
And Tommy Lee Jones is
Riddler?
Two-Face.
Maybe it's just because
Ugh.
Seal was the soundtrack, and that's Kiss by Rose was amazing, and it was on the radio all the time. And U2, that was a good soundtrack in that movie.
It was a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
All right. All right. What's your favorite dessert? John, you got first dibs.
I'll go cheesecake.
Oh, that's
Yes.
a good one. I like that.
Can't go wrong.
What
Do you like
kind
any
of
specific topping on your cheesecake?
Great
No,
topic.
but if
What
I
kind of
had to
cheesecake?
choose one, it would probably be pecan. Like pecans.
Really?
Okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. So he says pecan and not pecan.
Pecan.
I actually said both for people who say it differently.
Yeah?
Cover all the bases.
Yeah, tomatoes.
Now
I don't know.
Now I'm wondering
what is the right
say growing up.
pronunciation of that word?
I don't think there is a
It's
correct
probably-
pronunciation. It's,
It's
whatever
probably regional.
whatever region you
Yeah.
grew up in. Yeah, I think pecan was a Western New York thing. Pecan
Yeah,
pie.
pecan is more New York, but pecan is more. I
South.
stayed in Georgia for a while, so
Oh,
South. Pecan, Northeast, East Coast.
Pecan sounds
Pecan.
warmer, like
and then Pecan Midwest and Pucon South.
Pucon.
Huh.
It's what Gemini is saying.
Pucon Nakua. Hey,
nobody can say.
That should be a dessert.
That should be in the next Uber Eats commercial that's on about how they always accuse the NFL of trying to sell food. Yeah.
About the food. There you go. There you go. Bradley Cooper, I know you're an avid listener,
there you go.
Watcher of this. That should be the next Uber Eats.
Bradley Cooper, you're welcome.
I really like that commercial.
I know, those are funny.
All right, next question.
Next question. Oh, wait. Shout out to ice cream.
I also like cheesecake, but also pastry and chocolate chip cookies, and I like dessert a lot, actually.
Yeah. Desserts, yeah. Cookies.
He's running down the list.
Ice cream.
I'm definitely ice cream and Cookie Monster. He was definitely my favorite.
The list of
desserts
that John doesn't like is much shorter.
Yes.
It is.
What's a skill that you're glad you know how to do?
Ooh, I'm glad this question came up.
Disassemble and reassemble an electronic.
Ooh, that's a good skill.
That's a good one.
That's a dying breed too.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you can mess around with the electricity in your house because of that knowledge?
To a degree.
Yeah.
To a degree, yeah.
Let me ask you this question. Do you know what 120 volts feels like?
No, thank God.
All right, you're smarter than I am then, because I've felt that a few too many times.
You got to make sure you shut down the power.
I know.
Yeah, always got to turn it off.
It's always the one switch you miss, and then you're sitting there in pitch blackness. What the hell?
John's a professional.
Yeah, technically.
Oh my God, I can picture that happened to Pete.
They pay him for that.
So the reason why there's two skills that I've used. One of them is for pretty much my whole entire professional life, and then the other one is just a skill that I love, that I know, and that I think everyone should know. The first one is learning how to type. It's something that they're at my best. I think I was actually like 90 words per minute. I was a pretty good typer back in the day. The other one is how to fix a flat tire.
That's a good one.
Because you just never know when you're going to be stranded on the side of the road, and you need to change that tire. I've had to do it a couple times.
Change it or actually plug it?
Change it.
Okay. I tried plugging my own tire once, and it was messy and annoying.
I've had to plug a tire too.
My favorite changing a tire story. There was a period of time in our 20s where Melanie worked overnights. And she worked overnights kind of in downtown Albany. And I got a call from her one day at like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. when she was on her way home. And she got a flat tire. It was winter, so I was on the bridge. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but I was on the bridge coming out of Arbor Hill. So that's like an elevated bridge over I-90 in the snow. And I parked behind her. And I get down, I start doing the tire, and it won't come off.
Oh.
And so, if you live in upstate New York or anywhere with shitty weather, tire, they rust to the wheel.
Yeah.
And so
you need a big ass breaker bar to get those off sometimes.
What you have to do is have a mallet in your car, which I had, and you just hit the tire with the hammer a couple of times.
Whack it a couple of times, it's fine.
And normally it comes loose. And so I don't think we were married at that point, but we were living together. But she was like, "You hit my tire with a hammer once," and I was like, "I did."
There you go.
What the fuck are you doing? There we go.
Hey, John.
You time?
John, I may have to retreat and tell you to turn Crisp back on.
I told you it's too loud.
It was secretly ninjaing away a lot of extra sounds in your room, I think. All right, Crisp, you win this round. But you better not cut John off when he's trying to sing the final countdown later.
All right, we're going to move on as we hand things off. Oh, Pete's not ready.
Oh, that was 3 questions?
Also 10 minutes. You heard the timer.
Also, we heard the timer.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, guys.
All right, we ready?
Was born ready.
Oh, yeah, I can't hear anything. There we go. And now we hand things off to Pete for his returning segment.
Mighty Morphin Power Rankings! Let me call up the Mighty Morphin Power Rankings so I can actually read this. All right.
On the rock music,
The playoffs have arrived. It's been a crazy season.
You still have the reverb on.
Sorry. Swear I've done this before. Okay, the playoffs have arrived. It's been a crazy season with so much topsy-turvy turnover, I am truly tongue-tied, and I've said that correctly twice in a row. With a tough win against a great team, the Seahawks ascend to first, supplanting the still blazing hot second-ranked Patriots. The Rams hold at third with a win and the return of Davante Adams, among many others, to become a superpower team. Don't let the seeding fool you. Speaking of superpower teams, the Jaguars are at 4, still seem like the most complete team in the AFC, and could beat any of the teams here. But I gotta rank them all somewhere, guys. No ties allowed at If These Balls Could Talk. Speaking of, if you want to see our full list of rankings, check out www.iftheseballscouldtalkpod.com/NFL-power-rankings. Okay, who knew? I feel like there's a drop, albeit small, down to 5, hence the break, where the Texans and their ridiculous defense lurks. They're coming for you, and their pass rushers are set to kill mode. The 49ers, Broncos, and Bears all shimmy down 1 spot to 6, 7, and 8 respectively, but they're all powerful and could dominate with the right opponent matchup, just like those Battle Beast toys from the 80s. Next are the 9th-ranked Bills, coming off a win and an emotional send-off of their stadium of 53 years. Thank you, Buffalo and the Goo Goo Dolls. That was truly magical. Too bad you fucked up some easy wins and now have to play every playoff game on the road. Ugh. The Eagles get some rest, but did they also get some rust, falling to 10th? We'll see. Chargers and Packers at 11th and 12th are hard to read. They're kind of another tier down here. They could go on a deep run, but too many injuries have really hurt their chances. And lastly, the bottom tier of the playoffs, the try-hard Steelers at 13th and Panthers at 14th. One got in because of a freakishly missed game-winning field goal attempt, and the other rose 8 spots on my rankings and got the NFC 4 seed on a multi-tie-break technicality after a loss. The fuck? Best of luck, everyone. Note, all teams below this line are now covered in a shroud of sadness and won't be mentioned again until after the playoffs. But damn, do the Jets suck, though. All right, let's go.
Oh, you should have added that to the image.
So,
the shroud
I think
of
the
sadness.
first thing that we need to talk about is Trevor Lawrence fixed? Did Liam Cohen fix him?
It kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
I mean, he's playing a lot better than he ever has.
I mean, that's kind of cool. I think
Abby, he was a pretty good quarterback at Clemson, and he won a national title, I believe. I could be wrong with that.
So we watched that Bucks game, and then and we were at tacos during LandFest. We watched that Bucks game, which was kind of awesome. It was actually a great night of football. And then the whole world watched Baker Mayfield's sadness the day after in his mansion, watching his playoff dreams go away. That was also fun.
Oh, Baker.
I think Seattle's going to be hard to beat. I think that's my TLDR from this year's playoffs.
Holy arrival moment for.
God.
I was going to say, holy arrival moment for Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's become one of the top receivers in the NFL out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere. He's been good, but this is his real time to shine.
This is his show-out year.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think that they are a combination of the best offense combined with the best defense.
They don't have the best.
They're not the best at either, but they're good enough at both, I think, which makes them the most balanced team.
Well, they are a top 3 defense in literally every stat. We're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, they're high up there. And their offense is better than the other top-ranked defensive teams.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like these are like the it might sound biased, but like the 2 worst number 1 seeds I've seen in the last few years. None of these teams really show like that overall like dominance.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I hear you there.
These are the most beautiful 1 seeds.
And I feel like everyone in the NFC and AFC could probably beat the number 1 seeds.
I heard,
except for those Panthers and Steelers, though.
I heard that the Patriots had a paper soft schedule too. Somebody was saying that.
Yeah, you love saying that.
Yeah, it's.
I agree.
Charmin soft.
I'm gonna agree with John. Listen, they pummeled the guys that they were supposed to beat. They beat the teams they were supposed to beat. Not everyone in the playoffs can say that.
No, I mean that's why Buffalo's not. That's why Buffalo's a wild card team this year. They messed up badly against the Falcons and the Dolphins.
But I agree the fact I don't believe the Patriots are the second best team. I agree with that fact.
I probably could have swapped them in Jacksonville, but I had Patriots 1, and on a blowout win that they had, I couldn't lower them more than 1 spot. So I mean, it's just kind of how it ended up.
I will say, like, the field of play for most of these teams are well balanced. Like, every team plays at least some good round of football. Yeah. Offensively and defensively, except the Niners. I don't know how we're even in the playoffs, by the way.
No, there's a lot of bad defenses in the NFC. The Bears are also on that list.
But the Bears are 2 seed, and their defense shows up. I mean, not the last couple of weeks, but they showed up most of the season.
Now,
I think they were as high as 4 or 5 a couple weeks ago, John. But they've been kind of slowly sinking. And the Niners really ascended.
So I've been a real strong believer in maybe not the script, but script adjacent things over the last 3 weeks of football. And I don't think the NFL could have written it any better than a Packers-Bears wildcard game. That's a dream game for them.
It's a good one. I mean, that's the all-time playoff rivalry going back to the 1930s, then when everybody talked like this.
I mean, literally a sports hatred, rival for 2 teams that haven't really been that good for a while.
Yeah,
the Packers been around, but the Bears definitely
have.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Bears. I mean, I'd be so excited as a Chicagoian, whatever you'd call that, for their team.
The Bears have just like the Patriots are ahead of schedule with the number wins. Ironically, both of them are the number 2 seeds.
I feel like the Bears are on schedule, but they were behind schedule last year and
you want to know something
caught up this year.
Yes,
that's really interesting about that. All of the things that I liked about last year's Detroit Lions, I like about this year's Bears. And
what's in common with them?
Interesting to say that.
The Detroit Lions missing the playoffs with their incredible roster. The roster's incredible.
I seem to remember telling you guys, by the way, John and Mark, that watch out, Detroit. You lost your star coordinator, and I believe
I said the same exact thing.
Okay, well, I thought somebody had said
coordinators matter. John was the one that's like, Detroit's going to win the Super Bowl.
Detroit's going to Detroit, and well, they stopped Detroiting.
Coordinators matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even sure if necessarily coordinators matter, but the thing that this year of football has made me believe is that the skill in the NFL, while it's not completely 1-to-1, all NFL players are pretty good at football.
Yeah.
And the teams that are...
Especially this year.
The teams that are good. I mean, you think about it this way.
Yeah.
Sean Payton turned Denver around in 2 years. Ben Johnson turned Chicago around in 1 year. Vrabel turned New England around in 1 year. I mean, we're talking about massive changes coming from head coaches. Massive.
So, agreed. I also think a lot of the foundational pieces are there too.
Yeah, it's not just
around. It's not like built from scratch, like a college football team like Bill Belichick went in and got a bad team. They have great players. You just gotta
listen. Sean Payton built Denver from scratch in 2 years.
Sean Payton did. Sean Payton agreed.
From literally the bottom.
Russell Wilson.
From literally the bottom. That team was terrible, and now they're.
Yeah. No.
What did they finish? 13-4.
What, the Seahawks?
No, better than that.
14-3. Oh, Denver. They are 14-3, I believe.
Jesus.
But then
top in one-score games.
Who expected that fall off from the Chiefs, though?
Denver's this year's Chiefs.
I would argue that.
Well, apparently everyone did because I bet on the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl. So
Chiefs are bad.
Mark cooled them. The ultimate cooler.
Now the Chiefs being bad. Patrick Mahomes has just been Patrick Mahomesing for the last 4 years, whatever.
But if you look at the last 3 seasons, though. Even before he went out with the horrific knee injury that ended the season, he hasn't been Patrick Mahomes. It's been a few years. Like, really, that 2021 playoff against the Bills.
Hey, Pete, they made the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, guess what? His numbers are not that great, and you could say
more
the
than
defense.
Just numbers, Pete.
I know, but yes, sure, he has the clutch team. But again, coaching matters. Reed,
matters.
Andy Reid puts them in incredible situations. Steve Spagnuolo puts their defense in incredible situations. Aaron, is it Chris Jones, who the monster defensive end that like wrecks every game? I mean, he's incredible. He's one of the most. I feel like he should be touted as probably in the top 2 or 3 defensive ends in the league, and I don't think he's talked about enough that way.
Maybe not.
Kudos to Andy Reid for remaining creative enough through his, the old age where you'll be like, oh, this coach is very old school. He does run game first, and that kind of stigma they put on.
Pete Carroll got fired in one season
for sure.
So old coaches still can be old.
They can, but John's right though. Reid has gone past. I mean, he let them play Ringer on the Rosie right before they lined up to snap a ball once.
And I mean,
continues to be innovative.
That's the kind of thing. San Francisco's always going to be good because Kyle Shanahan's always going to be good.
Yeah.
Right? Andy Reid's always going to be good. There's guys that are just always going to be good.
Sure.
John Harbaugh always going to be good. We'll talk about that one later too.
As far as the Chiefs though, their record last year was not an indicator of how good they were. They got really fucking lucky on a lot of those games, and this year they didn't. And that's honestly, I feel like they're not too
also
different.
Patrick
but
Mahomes'
just
knee exploded
at the end. They were out. They were going to lose that game anyway. And I mean, they're all a little bit older. Travis Kelce's pretty much done, I bet. I mean, a lot of that core is gone.
He retires. He retires now because
I don't think he retires.
If Mahomes doesn't play next season, he definitely retires.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go out like that. He
might retire for a year and come back.
No, he will literally. He will never play the season
or 5 years and come back.
Yeah.
The season that the Chiefs have in store, because the Chiefs have a bad season in store. They're going to come in last.
Yeah.
He's not going to play that. No way.
No, bad football. No.
Yeah. Oh, ye of little faith. And them coming in last would mean they would do worse than the Raiders, and the Raiders are Raider all over the place.
They're gonna do the Francisco thing, man.
So, gentlemen,
they still need a coach.
Are there teams? I mean, obviously, I feel like maybe Carolina is the one that you say, oh, we could bump them out and put somebody else in. Who would you put in here that is not in the playoffs right now that should have made it? I have my answer for the AFC.
Baltimore.
Yeah, obvious. That's pretty obvious.
I
agree, John.
Baltimore. Honestly,
it was a missed
Baltimore
kick away.
Won that game. They won that game.
Baltimore
44 yards.
should be in the playoffs.
They should be.
Oh, yeah. Baltimore.
I mean,
I'll say
Lamar did everything he needed to do.
He
was on fire in that fourth quarter, and I'm amazed they didn't run Derrick Henry more. But that's a dangerous combination, and I am glad I don't have to deal with that.
If the Colts still had boy from Danny Dimes,
do you think they would have made it?
Yes.
Shut up.
Okay.
No,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, his leg exploded, but they were getting bad. People figured it out.
He was going back to Danny Dimes' form before he got there. Yeah.
Trading for Sauce Gardner and him getting injured too. It was just
was bad luck.
A downward trend of that's it. Bad luck.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're at time, guys.
All right.
Fun fact: did you guys see this on the internet that Sauce Gardner had the same record on the Jets that he did on the Colts? 1-7.
Wow.
Did see that.
That's bad.
That fucking dumb.
Oh man.
All right, we would like to thank one of this week's fake sponsors, Mirror Plus, a smart mirror that lies to you, but in a supportive way. Mirror Plus, you look great. Probably.
I love it.
All right, everyone, shall we kick off this shindig?
Let's do it.
Right, these are songs from 2016.
Ooh, recent.
Maybe I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. It's first topic. Maybe I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. It's first topic.
I don't know why I just did a quasi half-assed rock sign for not a rock song. I don't know.
You did great, Pete. So great.
I'm just gonna hide.
Fun fact: I once performed that song, and I actually have a Sia wig. So the NFL 2025 regular season is now over, but that doesn't mean the speculation for the big award ends. Two of the biggest awards are MVP and Coach of the Year. For MVP, the odds-on favorite is Matthew Stafford with 4,708 yards and 46 touchdowns. But right behind him are Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, and Josh Allen. Even further down are Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Sam Darnold, and not even listed in the top 10, is Christian McCaffrey. Meanwhile, a much closer race is amongst the coaches with Sean Payton, Mike Vrabel, Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen, and Kyle Shanahan. So everyone, who should be the NFL Coach of the Year and MVP?
Ben Johnson with a bullet. I mean, literally clear as day to me, honestly.
I'd argue for Vrabel too.
Paper soft. Sorry.
You know
what about Liam Cohen? Like you said,
that's what I.
Yeah.
Liam,
That's true. Yeah.
Also, I mean,
no, I guess Liam Cohen too.
8-game winning
Liam
streak
Cohen,
for the Jags. That's true.
Liam Cohen did fix Trevor Lawrence, but the thing I like about Ben Johnson and that pick, and really the Bears currently, is a head coach who brings in an environment of winning. And I think from the beginning, player focused, winning focused, the good, better, best chance that came out in week 3, and dude's taking his shirt off to get hot dogs for all of Chicago. I mean, week 6, 7, and 8, he's taking his shirt off. I mean, I think
he fixed Caleb Williams. I mean, that's
fixed Caleb Williams
thing right there. He fixed Caleb Williams.
I mean, that team, and like I said, everything I liked about last year's Detroit Lions, they're scrappy. They're just scrappy.
So did he fix Caleb, or did the O-line fix Caleb?
No, same O-line as last year. Caleb was bad last year.
They retooled the whole O-line. They
did. They got Joe Tooney.
They signed so much guys.
Yeah, and they signed. I forget. They drafted like another tackle.
They invested a lot in the O-line as soon as Ben got there.
But no, Caleb.
But is that Ben?
Definitely fixed Caleb Williams. Just the sheer. I mean, I realized that he didn't have the highest accuracy, but he was throwing balls away, which is huge growth for him because he just kept holding on to the ball, and he would have died, I think.
No.
Oh my God!
Of course, there's growth with a good head coach, but Caleb, when you're getting sacked 55 plus times in a year, that is tough.
Can't imagine what that's gotta feel like. Yeah,
I think Herbert got sacked like 70 times this year or something like that.
Are you serious?
My thing is with a lot of these most quarterbacks in the NFL are really good, like really good. There's of course like the one of ones, but most quarterbacks can play solid football if you put the right pieces around them. And that's why I mentioned the O-line, because it was like once you got that O-line and Ben Johnson as a play caller, then you got to see him really take off.
O-lines are important, right, John?
But look at Daniel Jones. He got an O-line and he's
Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Makes a huge difference.
By the way, shut your fucking mouth. 22 touchdowns in 8 games.
Yeah, that's great.
How many concussions? Not even one. A half a concussion.
More concussions than
they were babying Jackson Dart. They were babying Jackson Dart so much.
He led the league in blue tent visits.
No, he didn't.
That's
all fake
That'd be incredible
news.
if that's true.
What do we know he didn't? Of the 8 games he played, he was in the blue tent for 5 of them.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Look it up.
All right. He's going to smarten up, or this is going to be the best 3-year career we've ever seen.
He's not. He doesn't.
Okay. We're not talking
any differently.
I know. And Coach of the Year. MVP.
Rookie of the Year, Jackson Dart. Shut your fucking mouth.
We're not talking about Rookie of the Year.
But yeah, I would vote Liam Cohen, Jags, just for what he did. I mean,
I don't dislike that. I don't dislike that at all.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer between them.
I would have him and Vrabel a close second then.
MVP is Stafford.
Yeah.
Tightly over. Shout out to Drake May. Like I'm
gonna say Drake May, and here's
pretty pick.
Even though paper soft, the reason
how do you say?
No,
you
listen.
just said that they had paper soft schedule, and now you're gonna say he's the MVP.
All right,
mostly to fuck with you. The same reason that anybody can be good on the Niners. The Rams are stacked. The Rams are absolutely stacked.
But we've known Stafford is a proven quarterback for a long time.
They are stacked in running back. They are stacked in receiver. Puka Nacua is probably, honestly, the best receiver in football. And he will be for a long time. Yeah. Far and away. There's not anybody on the Patriots.
I purposely mentioned CMC, though. It's like, where would the Niners be without McCaffrey?
You can't give MVP to a running back. That's not how that award works.
It's
where would we be without McCaffrey?
That's stupid.
It's still the truth.
We'd be with the Jets right now. Honestly.
No.
I don't think it'd be that bad.
Where like no, if the let's see, because listen, he came off of a year where he got hurt. He's a 30-year-old running back. Odds are he was gonna get hurt again, but he, knock on wood,
he defied all expectations
the whole
this season.
Well, because of all the
he put up great numbers.
Yes,
because of all the human sacrifice.
Exactly, John. Exactly.
Yep.
We had all the
dark spirits they prayed to.
Yeah.
Every time it was time for him to have a pound of flesh, they were like, "I sacrifice myself as tribute."
I think he had like plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis. He had the whole shebang.
Yeah, all the isses.
Yep.
Then he went to Germany and came back a fresh man. So
yeah, who knew?
He got the
they German engineered the shit out of him, and now he's good.
But still, I know you guys love Shanahan, but literally he overworks this guy McCaffrey. I don't know why. We do it every year.
Why? When they just got what's his face, Brian Williams? No,
Brian Robinson Jr.
Brian Robinson,
yes. Who's really good. I feel like he's underrated.
So,
I mean, he's Robinson, a 1. He was literally a 1 last year, and he was a 3 this year. He barely played.
We also had Isaac Guerrero, who filled in phenomenally last year when he was injured. Yeah, like we have guys, but
Robinson is so much better than Guerrero.
I am.
Yes,
a better player.
But Guerrero has speed. He can catch. He can, he had a great year last year until he got injured.
I think, didn't he have one game where he was almost at 200 yards, or he actually did get 200 yards or something?
I believe so.
Guys, we're spinning on minutia after 2 great lines. We should stop. It's time.
We could do that.
We could do this all night, though.
Yeah, but we had
That's a good question. I like that. All right.
So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. It's next topic by your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't never getting older.
Sorry.
That was really great, Pete. You got the noise.
Yeah. I was waiting the whole time. I thought I was going to do it early, and then, he's still singing. Hold on, I got to wait.
So I love a good segue, so we're going to do this one. After a disappointing season, the Baltimore Ravens have decided to part ways with Super Bowl champion coach John Harbaugh after an 18-year tenure with 12 playoff appearances and a championship. So this opens the door for the New York Giants to get exactly the kind of coach that we're looking for. Harbaugh has gone on record stating his admiration for Jackson Dart in the New York market would be appropriate for the final stage of his career. After a year of injuries and barely missing the playoffs off a missed 44-yard field goal in the final seconds in Week 18, the Ravens' move doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. So is Harbaugh instantly the number 1 choice in every team's coaching search? And do we think there is a better choice for the Giants, for the Falcons, or most recently for the Miami Dolphins?
Yes, he's the best coach. Next topic.
Yeah, I mean, he's on every team shortlist. And so I heard a rumor today. This is from, and not just from some Patriot fan guys that maybe were listening to like their local radio. This was apparently a national NFL story. The rumor is the first team that had a coach that contacted about Harbaugh was the Bills.
I heard this too.
So I'm sure it's probably just a rumor because I feel like McDermott is way too high in that pecking order. They would fire the GM first before they got rid of.
Let's think about that because that's an interesting point. If you guys again are out early.
Well, hold on.
I hope you're not.
Hold on. They've never been out early in his tenure except for the 2017 with Josh Allen, and they've missed. 2019. But since the Bills have become the Bills that you know, they've made it. They've won a playoff game every season, at least, if not 2 in multiple seasons.
So what? How many playoff
games do they have and hosted a playoff game?
How many playoff games do they need to win for McDermott to keep his job?
I think just 1. I think this is all contingent on the Jaguars game.
I don't think that McDermott's on the hot seat. I really don't.
I don't. And that's why I think this is just a rumor. But let's say it's true. It's got to be resting all on this game.
Right now on Polymarket, Harbaugh's percentages are the highest to the Giants, 63% to the Giants right now. I checked it earlier.
Did Miami move that needle though?
They did.
When
no, Miami is, but not that much.
Okay.
But I think that one thing that a lot of sports radio is neglecting is John Harbaugh holds all the chips.
Of course he does. Everybody wants him.
I think that John Harbaugh is going to be waiting to see what happens this weekend because...
Oh, yeah. He's going to take his time and wait to see how the playoffs
God
unfold.
Forbid, if the Bills lose in the first round and McDermott gets fired, who wouldn't want to play with Josh Allen, right?
Yeah, I still feel like...
there's a lot of teams like that.
But a team like Harbaugh would want big organizational control. And I mean, maybe you could argue he would get that with the Bills, but I feel like it'd be easier to kind of butt in on the Giants, where I'm sure Joe Shane is on thin ice.
I think that's a really
way
good
bigger
point
market
because I learned this from the news this week. The term CEO head coach, John Harbaugh is the CEO head coach, and I think that's where he wants to go. And the problem with the Giants as a landing spot is that they have this general manager that nobody likes. Where Atlanta also building a lot of really good skill players. I think he would get more control in Atlanta. So that's kind of concerns me because I want John Harbaugh on the Giants.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see him in Atlanta for some reason.
There's some hot talent in Atlanta.
I mean, Bijan Robinson,
Drake London too.
Is probably Drake London.
A lot of times what's tied to this also is how young your quarterback is when you're going into those kind of rosters. And if you want to, that's like the key position. Like, do you move on from it or do you try to fix it or do you try to, unless they're already good, like a Josh Allen, which those positions don't become free too often. Honestly, Giants though, I mean, he gets in there with Dart. If Dart can start darting into people, like he will be okay.
Once Scatterbo is back, that'll be his job.
Someone has to do it.
So personally, I think John Harbaugh wants to change his legacy. I feel like now listen, he has won a Super Bowl, but that Super Bowl was way, way long ago in the Joe Flacco era.
Joe Flacco was young,
and I think
happened.
he wants to. I think he wants to change his legacy to being another Super Bowl winning coach. So I think he's going to go to a place with an established quarterback. I don't think he wants to start from scratch. The man is 63 years old.
Okay, that was my next question.
Go to Vegas, get the number 1 pick, draft the.
I mean, that is a possibility, but then you have to be on the Raiders. I don't think he wants to work for the Raiders.
He'll get to play his brother every few weeks.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I did hear that was why he wanted to avoid the Raiders, though. But then again, there's so many rumors swirling around, so who knows?
Yeah.
I think without a doubt he's going to the Giants. Because a lot of people say the Falcons have a very good roster, but they're missing a quarterback.
I mean, Penix did okay.
The Titans have a quarterback, but they have nothing else.
Listen, you can honestly say that the Giants are the best position or the best coaching job. We talked about the best coaching job all season last season.
Actually, the Ravens have the best coaching job now, but
obviously,
obviously, this guy Harbaugh, he seems pretty good.
So Jackson Dart is established. He's a quarterback, and now that the Giants don't have the number 1 pick, there's no nonsense going on there. Jackson Dart is the quarterback. They have a wide receiver 1. They honestly have 2 running backs that are young and exciting. Tyrone Tracy, he got his job back, and he finished the season very strong. And Scott is fun as shit.
Well, maybe they do a 50-50 split with them now. They have their own Sonic and Knuckles, right?
Right. I mean, that is what that is. That is a Sonic and Knuckles. And then with the 5th pick, with room in the cap, with Carnell Tate declaring for the draft, and him reasonably being available at 5, I mean, I think the Giants are going to be scary as shit next year.
Wide receiver?
I don't. He is.
I heard a stat.
Okay,
I heard a stat.
An Ohio State wide receiver.
Ooh.
I heard a stat this year that
that's dangerous.
And Abdul Carter had a great second half, but Abdul Carter, Tiki Barber was talking about this. He has number 1 in hurries and number 11 in early pressures. Even though he's not getting stats, Abdul Carter is changing games. He is.
Yeah, he didn't quite get the number of sacks that I think everyone thought he was going to, but he was getting there. He just wasn't finishing.
There is a reason that Brian Burns broke the Giants sack record.
Mm-hmm.
There is, and it's because Abdul Carter's blowing shit up.
But I think the Giants, and I know this is kind of off the topic now, the Giants need to fix their O-line and their secondary before they get a wide receiver. But I think you're right. I think they're gonna
draft Connell Tate,
which I think is a mistake because Jackson Dart's still gonna die.
It's hard to pass that up though. That kind of elite talent at wide receiver. If everything goes right for the Giants, and say it does, they get Harbaugh, they win a lot more. They're not going to get a stab at the 5th overall pick again. And you know that a receiver like that, sometimes you get lucky and they drop down to the 20s, but it's not too often, you know.
Listen, I think if it lands appropriately, the Giants double their wins next year. I would love 8 wins if they get somebody like Harbaugh. And honestly, I think somebody like Stefanski solves that problem in a different way. I think they probably get 8 wins with Stefanski too.
This is bringing me flashbacks.
And if they don't get injured like crazy this year too, I mean, it's
not to
feasible.
go on too much about the Giants, but I don't think you guys take wide receiver. You guys got a wide receiver 1.
They do.
You can always feel like you can.
But they have a terrible GM, Jon Henry. They have a terrible GM.
This is the guy that traded Saquon Barkley on the eve of a 2,000-yard season
for a bag of chips.
Yep.
Maybe he's listening to his kid now.
Maybe his kid has made better picks than he has actually.
Maybe it's so like be the GM.
Mark, who is the best corner? Shutdown corner in football, right? In college football right now. Then.
I haven't looked at it, so I don't know. I don't necessarily think their first round pick should be a shutdown corner. I think it should be an offensive tackle.
Yeah. I love Joe Alt.
Yes, like I said, you need 4 Joe Alts on your line.
All right, we're at time.
It's time for next topic. Take it slow. Wait for them to ask you what you know. Please don't make any sudden move. You don't know the half of the abuse. That was so off key.
I know I like that song though. It's all good.
Sure enough, the NFL. Oh, speaking of another great segue. Sure enough, the NFL coaching carousel has spun up again after the last game of the regular season. And as of this taping, there are 8 total vacancies, including some surprising ones. So, excluding the Giants, which NFL head coaching, or how do we rank all of the NFL head coaching vacancies? They are the Falcons, Ravens, Raiders, Giants, Browns, Titans, Cardinals, and as of today, the Dolphins, who let go of Mike McDaniel.
I mean, I feel like the Ravens instantly go to the top of that list, right? You have Lamar Jackson there. If he stays there, unless he gets traded.
I have a funny feeling that they're not going to trade him. They fired John Harbaugh because of Lamar Jackson. Okay.
So is the rumor. We don't know for sure.
I have a feeling Kevin Stefanski is going to go to the Ravens.
No, guys, I have a question. You've been talking about this for 2 years. Is Derrick Henry finally washed up?
No.
No,
of course not. He's a tank.
It's weird.
He's the LeBron James of the NFL.
It is weird that he took the middle of the season off, though.
Yeah.
It's not weird. They just didn't use him.
Was that right? Was that scheme? Was that game script? Or was that him?
NFL script.
Doesn't seem like him now that we've seen him like rumble over people.
I mean, it could have been the script for the Ravens because they wanted to save him for the playoffs.
I don't know. Tearing up New England for 3 quarters, and then they're like, you know what? Let's just play this rookie.
Yeah, that
He's
didn't
probably
make
good.
sense. That didn't make sense.
He's probably fine for the whole 4th quarter. God, what the fuck was that about?
Even though that rookie is pretty good. He's very, very fast.
I will say,
it's not Derrick Henry, though.
Did you say the Cardinals were on that list also?
Yeah.
That's probably like the worst job you want to be in.
No,
that NFC
really?
West.
Worse than the Titans?
Yes,
Miami
that NFC West. You're the NFC West.
I guess because of the division, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That, and I mean, it's not surefire what you're getting out of your quarterback.
I think Kyler's done as a Cardinal.
Still got Kyler Murray. I think he's still tied up, but
no, Jacoby won that job. I mean, I think Kyler Murray, and what sucks about that for Kyler is that
he had a good year too. Jacoby.
They gave him the bag. Like Kyler has the bag already.
Mm-hmm.
So what do, right? Firing high-paid quarterbacks is risky business, man.
Well, they are in a little bit better situation than the Dolphins and Tua, because I believe their dead cap hit is like only 40 million or 50 million compared to Tua's
$99 million of cap hit on the wall. Yeah. $99 million of cap hit.
No, I mean, like, so
they can easily let go of Kyler.
I think the Giants are the best job, but we already talked about that. I think the Ravens are probably the second best job. But then the Falcons, the Browns, because apparently Sanders is good. I
don't know about good.
He's the best quarterback that they had. Yeah, I don't necessarily know if he was good.
I mean,
I still think they're gonna have just Sean Watson be QB1 next year. I guarantee it.
He didn't suck.
I guarantee it.
He played solid enough.
Bobby Bonilla day.
At least fight for number one.
Which one now?
Shatter? Yeah, of course. He totally did.
Sanders. Yeah.
Sanders.
I mean, if you actually watch his games, a lot of those picks aren't always on him.
No.
We could go on this segment and talk about
I feel like it's weird though. I feel like Shitter's throwing mechanics. Sorry, sidebar real quick. I feel like his throwing mechanics are a little weird. Like I don't see the zip of a ball that I would expect from from a starting QB, but maybe it'll get there. I mean, maybe he just needs to bulk up a little bit more or something.
Yeah,
he plays really good ball, man.
He does. Like he makes cool decisions. He's fast. He's got. I think he can hack it.
Niners fan comparing him to Purdy. They throw similar balls. He does not throw these flamethrowers across the field. It's very well placed. It's well placed.
I feel like Purdy's
actually, I heard an interesting comp.
Pretty strong.
I heard an interesting comp for Shadur that he's like Tim Tebow. The guy's
that's
he
disgusting.
I don't know about that.
Quarterback's all right, but he somehow finds ways to win games that he shouldn't.
I disagree.
Tebow was the greatest tight end that never played tight end.
I didn't enjoy Tim Tebow.
The man made it to the playoffs in his rookie season.
Sorry, Rick.
Okay?
Yeah.
Tim Tebow was not a good quarterback.
But unless you play for the Browns, there's no comparison. Like that's the worst organization he could have walked into.
It's a tough gig.
And he looked okay. Like Not,
well,
I agree with you.
He looks pretty good. They didn't start coaching him until he had to start playing.
He had one great game and then up and down on the others. I feel like.
Yeah, agreed. But he had he threw over 300 yards one game against.
I think that was his second start.
That never gave up over 300 yards. I think the Titans or something like that. Like he did some phenomenal things for what he was given and being a rookie, having your wristband, having the wrong plays on it, and.
Wait, that happened?
Oh my God. Now,
it's like the Browns want him to fail. I don't understand.
The Browns did Deshaun dirty.
They're so petty against this guy. I don't get it.
I've never heard of that.
Besides them being in a lot of cap trouble because apparently their roster building is terrible, the Raiders with Mendoza have a lot of good players. I mean, with Mendoza,
that they're going to get rid of.
Well, hey, I mean. I was the fool that thought the Raiders.
Bowers and Crosby and Janty. I mean,
I was the fool that thought the Raiders were going to be stacked this year, and man, did they shit the bed on me.
Coaches, because Gino isn't a good quarterback. He's an old man.
I feel like he might be done. He had a few good twilight years in there.
Essentially,
really good twilight years in Seattle, but.
The Raiders went into the season with Phil Rivers coaching as the plan. That was the plan to start the old guy. I mean, I don't know about that.
And how Shane Steichen still has his job, I don't know.
But
when you had a pretty decent quarterback in Riley Leonard that looked pretty good as a backup, and then you just I'm gonna go to my friends now.
I think that
because he needs health insurance.
I kind of think that Janty might have they failed on Bijan year one. I mean, I think Janty showed some light. I think he'll be pretty good.
They need a better offensive line because I mean, every time he had the ball, the defense was right there next to him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that job isn't great because it's the Raiders and that division is hard, but it doesn't suck.
No, when you have the number one pick, really, it's always a bright spot.
Well,
at least earns you a few years.
Keep in mind,
it should earn you a few years.
Right.
Keep in mind, they picked Jamarcus Russell at number 1.
But Mendoza,
that's like 25 years ago.
Mendoza is a can't miss. Like, there's those guys that come around that everybody agrees that they're going to be good. No,
but it's not even the fact that he's Mendoza, but when you draft a quarterback early like that, you should be afforded at least 2-3 years before you get put on the hot seat.
Well, especially when you don't have anything around you.
Right, unless there's something egregiously bad that he does.
But then again, they fired Dayball this year, so Dayball, I didn't like the way he came in and then he left. Came in with a forced to use that quarterback instead of drafting one, and then you draft one that you like, and then they let you go.
Hey, I will gladly take Dayball back as the Bills' offensive coordinator.
Hey, no one ever said the Giants were a well-run organization either.
I'll take what's the coach from Miami?
I mean, when your owner has
McDaniel.
Yeah, when your owner has terminal cancer.
Sure. Actually, I feel like McDaniel would be a terminal cancer
to
pair with Shanahan.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Mara has cancer and is dying, and so he's not really making a lot of decisions. That's why it seems like Joe Schoen is in charge, because he is.
And typically, though, in the Giants, the Maras are pretty involved.
I don't believe Mara's really made any.
What you were saying about the number one, the Ravens,
that's what I'm saying.
The number one destination.
They
probably are, but
they are.
I don't feel like Lamar. You could just cast him in any system. Like
no.
Yeah, it really has to tailor to his skill sets,
I suppose, but I feel like that'd be. I mean, just put the right OC. I think
he was already in the system.
Yeah, he's so talented, though. I don't know.
Lamar's good at football. Next topic.
Yes,
that's true.
Is it too late now for next topic?
No.
'Cause I'm missing you. Don't stop it. Is it too late now for next topic? Yeah, I know that I won't let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? That's way too high.
That's a tough song. I forgot it jumped up like that. You did well, Mike. All right,
so this football season, Cowboys kicker Brandon Aubrey scored 163 fantasy points. That number put him equivalent to the RB12 or wide receiver 7. Higher than folks like Saquon Barkley and Justin Jefferson. 2025 was also the year of the long field goal, highlighted by Cam Little and the Jags winning the game in Week 18 with a 68-yard bomb, the longest ever outside. Little also broke the overall record in August, hitting a 70-yarder. So are players like Cam Little and Brandon Aubrey outliers, or changes in training methods and rules making the long kick a part of the modern NFL? Will rules start to adjust, or will all kickers become full field threats?
I feel like it's a little bit of column A and column B.
Change. No, there was one big rule change that caused all this.
Yep.
They changed the ball.
That's right.
Yep.
They were allowed to age the ball.
That's clearly the answer. Yeah, that's clearly
the ball has been broken in, and it's made a difference.
70-yard kicks are a thing.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Ancient Matt Prater was still able to kick like a 50-yard field goal for the Bills when he has no business doing that.
So we should put a 4-point line. 60 over, 4 points.
Oh, I love this
rule, John.
But if you miss it, you get -1.
I love this rule.
Or
call the NFL.
This is a professional
or if you miss
sports league.
If you miss a 60 plus, it's turnover on downs.
Can we have the
That'd be a
field
big
goal bar
consequence.
Move? Come on, like mini golf.
Oh no,
this isn't the XFL.
No. Wait, hold on, John.
Mini golf.
I think you're right. No, you're onto something. Let's think bigger. Each stadium, there's a golden opportunity. Like for the Tampa Bay Bucks, right? The pirate ship would move in the way. Right, it would sway down there.
It has a porthole. You have to get it in the porthole.
Right, Dallas and Jerry World, they would set up a mirror so the sun that was nuking players in the field would just nuke the kicker's eyes when they're trying to kick.
I just think I remember watching that game that the Giants lost, and watching Dallas get the ball back and knowing that if they got anywhere near the 50-yard line, we were fucked.
Yeah, which is nuts.
That's wild. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And then I looked up The kicker on the topic was Brandon Aubrey's overall fantasy points, because most
that's insane.
Yeah, that's a lot of I mean, damn, he should have been a high round draft pick. If
first round pick,
wide receiver 7 numbers for your kicker.
Is Brandon Aubrey a first round pick?
I mean, no, not first, but
you said he was RB12. That's not a first round.
No, but wide receiver 7, Mark.
Okay, wide receiver 7, still not a first round draft.
I know the gap between wide receiver 7 and 42 is not as big as.
Let's explain it differently. How high would you take Justin Jefferson in the draft next year?
Depends on.
Score more points to Justin Jefferson. How high would you take Saquon? What was Saquon Barkley's
potential?
What was Saquon Barkley's average pick this last year? Because it was top 10.
Oh, he was definitely first rounder. So that I would guess he was
what 7? What's the chance of him scoring as much as he did again?
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure though?
Yes.
But
no, after you have a big season like that, you never follow it up.
Yeah. But that's why we draft Justin Jefferson first overall some years, because
they don't do anything differently. This is the thing. Saquon Barkley has a 2,000-yard season, and then he has a down year because his legs are falling off. Brandon Aubrey gets up every 30 minutes. Like, Brandon Aubrey doesn't run. He doesn't do anything. Just kicks the ball.
I guess.
Brandon Aubrey literally scored the same amount of points every week.
Oh, so John's going to pick Brandon Aubrey in the first round.
I fucking might.
That's what it sounds like.
He's trying to gaslight us.
I fucking might.
I wouldn't blame you for that. Actually.
I had the best team I've ever had. Literally ever had.
I would totally blame him for that.
I streamed a kicker almost every week in redraft this year. And I think streaming a kicker is still the right answer. I think streaming a defense is still the right answer.
Why not go
to kickers
now
or do what I did? And I got to the championship game on hoarding the two of the
You
top
got to the
defenses.
Championship game because Phil Rivers was a freak of nature. Shut your mouth.
Well, and also,
Shut your mouth.
8 years in the making, Kyle Pitts finally did what Kyle Pitts was supposed to do.
Right. And you got 40 points from Kyle Pitts. I mean, like,
45.
you deserve to be there. But
than last year.
that whole thing was a freak of nature. I was just like, I scored 116 points in week 17.
Mm-hmm.
Or 60 points, that is, in week 17.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I listen, kickers are going to, we're going to see this more and more. I would love to see in fantasy football now that there is a 60 plus category that you score 6 points for anything over.
I think I'm going to add one.
That's
that's a great idea.
We should do that. Every 10 yards, it should go up a point.
So someone told me that the 60-yard field goal now is what the 50-yard was 20 years ago.
Yeah,
that's true.
Actually, that's good context. I watched a replay of the Bills and Houston Oilers game in 1989, and I will say, I know, guys, I'm a football nerd. Sorry, but in watching that, the kicks are hilarious. The kickers look like they can barely make a 35-yard field goal, and it's like, is it gonna go? Oh, that looks horrible. Like, why is it spinning like that? Why is it so low? And and half of them get blocked? It's insane how different things are now than when we were kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, Brandon Aubrey, his story, and we'll end on this because we're at time. Brandon Aubrey was a professional soccer player.
That revolutionized the NFL when they started having soccer players become field goal
kickers. And
kickers.
He was tired of not making a lot of money and was watching a football game. He's like, I could do that. And he did a training regiment for a year. He went to a training camp game, and he got signed by the Cowboys. And I mean, at least for Aubrey and Little, because those teams know that they can kick that far. That's a secret weapon right now.
Yeah,
sure.
And the NFL's a copycat league, so we're probably going to see more. Who's the kicker that the Saints signed? Was it the Australian soccer player?
I don't remember.
Either Australian or something. He's definitely not. He's definitely a soccer player. Not from around here. I forget which country he's from, but they thought he was going to be like Cam Little, like kicking 70-yard field goals as well. But I think we're going to see more and more of those kinds of kickers.
Yeah, I agree.
Most kickers are former soccer players. Most kickers are. Even from high school and college.
Oh, that far back? Okay.
Yeah, even my kicker in high school was a soccer player. We said, hey, come kick footballs for us. That's what he did. And he did his job.
Nice. He's like, soccer season is not starting for a couple months. I got nothing better to do.
Well, it's funny. Like simultaneously, and then it ends, I think, a little earlier than football.
Oh, right. They're both fall. Never mind. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
By the way, in the game that is currently being played right now, the Fiesta Bowl, both teams, Miami and Ole Miss, they have Australian punters.
Nice.
Ball travels better in Australia, you might.
Let's end on that terrible accent.
I'm cut off from doing voices tonight.
We're gonna end on that terrible accent. Great job, Pete.
So here's another fake sponsor, IQ, software that estimates how long people look at you in public. IQ, your anxiety is real and you're being noticed. John, I thought you would like that tagline a little more.
I laughed.
I'm absorbing it.
All right. Put your pinky rings on to the moon. What y'all trying to do?
What about Karen?
The next topic, magic in the air. Head to toe, so player. Look out!
Look out!
All right.
John is like, these guys are insane.
So Instacart unveiled their AI pricing model, which resulted in huge differences in pricing for similar products. A recent Consumer Reports investigation exposed that retailers such as Target, Costco, Albertsons, and Kroger were charging as much as a 20% variance on products to different shoppers. This also caught the attention of the government, and Instacart was forced to stop using this AI model. So everyone, where do we stand with AI pricing?
Stop, please.
I mean, I think just like everything, I think the problem with AI right now as a solutions-based system is that it speaks definitively. And it's like if you walked up to someone and you said, I will believe anything you say, and they say, okay, the sky is green and this water's candy, you should drink it. And you just do it because it told you. And I think that's a poor way to go about the world. So giving it pricing, just like giving it the defense system, is stupid. It's just bad.
The irony is water that the AI said is candy is actually poisoned from the data center that is generating the AI that said it was candy.
Right. I think I see reasons for it, though. I mean, because it shouldn't be dependent on an individual consumer. It should be dependent on other conditions like available inventory or the total, just like this whole supply demand model and whatnot. I think with what Instacart was doing, it just, for whatever reason, the price just kept changing like a little too frequently. I wouldn't necessarily think that it's something like that, or maybe it just went crazy and the robots are truly taking over and they just want to fuck with us. But
it's hallucinations. It's database learning, and it's using an algorithm, and it's saying, okay, the things you said, right? Inflation and availability, and there's one of these left. So my program says to raise the price X percentage when there is low stock. I mean,
okay,
just
if it's a global,
that's not the way it works.
No, but I mean, I'm even okay if it's a global supply and demand thing, right? You use AI to help figure that out and set the market.
Well, be careful with that one, Pete, because Uber and airlines were using that as well, and that's when surge pricing comes into play.
Okay, well, yeah, right. I feel like there need to be limits on the speed that can change and happen, right? Like you need to, like anything, it needs to be regulated for it to be the most effective.
I think also just what the product is. Like if Target is out of Oreos can't be $30. They're Oreos.
Right.
That's just not how shit works.
So my take on this, right, is AI is still before its infancy, as far as where it's at and where it can be.
Absolutely.
And but
we're not using it like that.
Right. Exactly. Everyone wants to put their trust in whatever model that gets sold, and they trust it, and it doesn't.
It's a buzzword.
Yes. Yeah, and that's really scary.
The hot take. It's the hot take.
Yeah. What happened to trust but verify?
No time for that.
Wikipedia, Google.
Yeah, I guess. All right.
Have you met a lot of people, Pete?
All right, fine. Point taken.
That sounds hard.
There's no such thing as fact checking anymore, except for John when he's our research department.
My biggest beef with all this
I don't check shit.
Is the individualistic pricing. Like that is scary as hell. That it's reading your past history and stuff and setting an individual price for you that is different than somebody else buying the same product. That freaks me out. And I feel like that has gone way too far.
And it was something along the lines like they were looked at a dozen eggs, and it was, let's say it was $4 for one person, and then 5 minutes later it was $4.20 for another. But why? Does that make any sense?
No, that's
speed
called
limits,
the glitch. Mark, that's called the glitch.
Is it?
They do that not individually now. They do that more geographically, like you know.
Oh no! This was like the same store too.
It
was the same dozen eggs, and again, bought 5 minutes apart.
I mean, eggs in New York City should cost more than eggs in, bumfuck Louisiana.
Digital pricing labels on the shelf should not be allowed. If they're going to change the price that fast, they need to hire someone to go and fucking bring the sticker gun and just frequently running around the store and changing the prices.
Yeah.
Or
good
luck.
Sticker guns anymore.
Pull a coupon. Bring the pull of coupons back.
Yes.
Well, what's the face?
Yeah, where do those go?
I know. Get rid of the digital.
The Amazon store that doesn't have any cashiers or price tags. You take the stuff and it charges your Amazon account when you leave.
So I got to tell you this. That happened to me at the Clippers game as well. So what they do is essentially there's a scan of your face. They're stealing my name, image, and likeness. But all of the retail places, you walk in, you pick up your stuff, you walk out.
It's awesome.
It was a pain in the ass to set up, but as soon as you got it set up and you started using it, it was pretty convenient.
I feel like there's been enough movies about these topics.
Oh, there have been. Yes, we've discussed them on the show.
there might be, like, soon enough. There might be another version of me in the Los Angeles area doing other stuff that says it's me. I don't know. I'm afraid.
I'm sure AI will create a 2-hour movie pretty soon. So
James Dolan's going to ask you to leave.
Oh, about that, we were messing with some AI movie generations at work today, and in the 2 minutes of spare time that we have for visual effects studio, and my coworker made a Muppet singing in the rain that was stop motion animated, and it looked pretty damn convincing. Like,
that's awesome.
Jeez, that's just scary,
right? But I wouldn't look at it like it's going to take over artistry, but you can look at it as a source of art. Like, there's realism art, like what,
I think what it's going to be really what it's going to be really useful for, and what it's going to be really useful for in almost every industry is brainstorming, storyboarding. It's going to be really useful for ingesting data. Like for NYSERDA, it's going to be really good at eating 500-page PDFs about a topic that's pretty dry and spitting out intelligent documentation about it and saying, okay, these are the things from this large research document that you need to know, and then you can write your paper based on that, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is that trust but verify. Every industry that leverages AI is going to need to have human fact checking because AI speaks definitively. It's like you did a Google search, but you only got one answer. And that was the only answer you could go on. It's single answer Google. And would you trust a Google search if it only gave you one page? No. Because as humans,
you gotta look up a couple things. Yeah.
Unfortunately, most people would now.
I know,
but we like to peruse.
We're lazy,
right?
So I want to
and that's modern day AI, but 10-year AI. What's the projection?
Well, so that's a that's a good segue. I'd love to hear from the Johns about this. So, Jon Henry, you had mentioned that AI is right now in its infancy. When does it progress to, let's say, teenage years? How long are we away from that, you think?
So essentially, maybe it's probably going to honestly come in like 7-year segments as far as like strong progressions that's visually when you look back. But what they're also doing right now, and John probably knows also, is like they're hoarding chips.
Oh my God, yeah, the memory shortages right now, and the price.
Don't get Pete started on that.
Let's just say I'm very happy I built my computer last year and not this year.
Yeah, I think I'm running on like a 4070 right now.
Hold on to that, man. That's gonna last you a couple years.
I'm gonna stop for now. Exactly. Because they're talking about doing like AI upgrading, like
and RAM too. But a friend of ours, her RAM crapped out in her computer, and she's like, "Fuck."
What's your take on that, John?
AI and hardware? I mean, innovation drives industry. It literally always has. The reason that chip fab and processing has gone so fast in the last 10 years is because of our cell phones, right? Everybody has a supercomputer in their pockets. The reason that video cards are so expensive is because of Bitcoin. The reason that RAM is so expensive right now and video cards are so expensive is because of AI. I mean, industry or innovation drives industry, and it literally always will. And I think we want it to, honestly.
To a point, sure. Otherwise, it wouldn't go anywhere.
While pricing, because of the state of our economy, sucks, and it sucks that RAM's expensive, at least we're innovating. Do I want I am excited about all the things that are human growth and efficiency additions that AI will bring. It's going to leave us more time for things because it really will take a lot of the minutia off our plates. It's very good at minutia.
Well, that's the utopia look of it, right? Like
now,
you can use it.
That is definitely the optimist.
Is that we as a species are incredibly lazy, and we want it to answer our questions and solve our problems. And there are the ones of us that are bad. Twitter just released a feature. Check this feature out. You can ask its AI to put bathing suits on girls. It doesn't have to be your own picture. You could just ask it to put bathing suits on girls. And I'm appalled by it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So there is the dregs that AI is going to bring up because it is. And, I like these 10-year, far future things with technology. There's going to be a point where you won't be able to tell. You won't be able to tell what picture is real. You won't be able to tell if you got a phone call and you can't see a person, if that's a person. You're just not going to be able to tell. But
there's going to be some sort of AI verifier, though.
I sure hope so.
Someone will make.
Listen, John. I saw Westworld.
Not right away.
It's going to get to a point where you won't be able to tell. You just won't be able to tell. And if nobody's going to tell you, if somebody's going to cheat and not tell you if they're supposed to, there will be no way. And I think that's pretty scary. That's pretty scary.
Take a look at your politicians on every level and see what their policies are for regulating this stuff, because I feel like we're in a very critical time. Like Jon Henry said, we're in the infancy of this whole thing. It could go very bad, or it could go really good. The potential is great.
How long have we been doing?
A lot of it depends on how this stuff is regulated and governed.
We started the show pretty much at the actual infancy of AI. AI has been around for 3 years, because we've been talking about it literally every episode.
The advent of the large language model, yes, like the bubble began about when the show started.
I mean, I think that from what it was to what it is actually incredible right now. The things that I can do on AI.
Yeah,
incredible.
Agreed.
And we could talk about this for forever, and we're at time, so let's move on.
All right. It's a good discussion
this
there,
Fiesta Bowl is turning out to be a really good game. And the quarterback for Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss, he's going to be a phenomenal NFL talent, I think.
Ooh, okay.
Ole Miss is a good program, FYI.
Quote him.
I will say be careful, though, because I watched a game of Mason Rudolph's when he was in college, and I was
Write that down.
This guy's going to be the best quarterback to ever play in the NFL, and now he's been the backup for Pittsburgh for like 4 years.
He's okay.
I thought Jameis was going to be the greatest NFL.
I mean,
which he is.
You could argue he is. Yeah, he's the greatest and the worst at the same time.
His tape was phenomenal.
He's an analyst next year. And
I love Jameis Winston.
Do you know he went to the Manning camp with Dak Prescott, and they were roommates, so now they're friends.
Can I argue that that Jameis Winston is the next Ryan Fitzpatrick? Where it's just
he totally
you have no idea what you're going to get. It's going to be pure chaos out there. And he's
the only problem is that teams kept signing Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I don't know if teams are going to keep signing.
No, Jameis. He's jumping to broadcast. He's jumping to broadcasting.
If he wanted to, I think they would. He's such a locker room guy.
He's so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not going to start games like Fitzpatrick did, though.
No.
He apparently fixed. He got Malik out of his doldrums after he got injured. Apparently, Malik was depressed after his injury, and he talked to Jameis, and he feels better.
Aww.
But that's literally Jameis's. That's literally Jameis's job. That's what he got hired for the locker room for all
that
these
shit
kids.
matters sommes for a team.
All right, Mark, sing me a song, goddammit.
But you don't want to be high like me. Never really know why like me. You don't ever want to step up for next topic and be all alone. You don't want to ride the bus like this. Never know who to trust like this. You don't want to be stuck up on that stage singing. Stuck up on that stage singing. You guys know what song that is?
I have no idea.
So if I say the first line in the song, you'll know what it is, because it's literally the title of the song. I took a pill in Ibiza.
I still don't know if I know the song.
It's a Mike Posner song. I took a pill in Ibiza.
Great job, Mark.
Okay.
Super proud of you.
All right, so we're gonna. Oh, it's your turn. I'm sorry.
For our last happiness topic.
Oh no, what does that mean?
Yeah,
it's our last. It's our last happiness topic. We have heard that defenses win championships. Of the 30 teams that made the Super Bowl in the past 15 seasons, 27 of them have had an average offense or better, only 2 of them being below the league averages for points per drive. However, 11 of the 30 teams were below average in points per drive allowed on the defensive side. So this year, the number 1 through 3 defenses in every category are in the playoffs in Denver, Houston, and Seattle. So how will defense make an impact in this year's playoffs? And do we expect any of these 3 teams to make the Super Bowl?
Good question. I think, John, if you hit it on the head earlier saying there's no dominant team out there now, and this may be that outlier season where a dominant defense could be the thing that absolutely throttles everybody.
Maybe.
I feel like sometimes you just get weird years, and maybe this is one of them where enough elite defenses can step up and become the dominant force in the playoffs that we didn't expect. So yeah,
you have those like John Campagna said, you have a lot of teams that are good at both. And I would actually include the Patriots in that because they have a fairly good offense and a fairly good defense as well, and they're also pretty good on special teams. So you have teams that can do just about everything. And do I think they have a good chance of winning the Super Bowl? Yes, defense wins championships. I mean, there's a reason why that's a cliche. It's
no, but see the actual analytics, at least in the NFL, say that actually doesn't happen.
It defutes that, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually not what happens in the NFL,
I think
at least in the past 15 years.
Well, I call bullshit on that. I think maybe it's the case where when it actually does happen, and it does, we remember those years. Like, do you guys remember? Carolina comes into the Super Bowl super hot off Cam Newton's MVP season, and we're expecting them to just kick the shit out of the Broncos. Broncos with Von Miller and their defense absolutely destroyed them. And we all went, oh my God, did that just happen? I remember the Super Bowl because of how elite Denver's defense looked there.
And we remember the Giants Super Bowl wins, John, because of what? The defensive line, right?
Yeah, I mean, they made Tom Brady miserable those 2 games.
The Eagles last year, I realized they gave up a lot of points to the Chiefs, but they had a pretty good defense going into that game.
They had a good offense too, though. I think they had lightning in a bottle.
No, defense wins championships at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Whatever research that you looked up, John Campagna, is shit.
It's literally said the opposite.
Trust and verify.
John, your numbers lie.
I did.
It's all going to be who can make plays at the end of the game. Honestly,
nobody follows analytics in the NFL.
All right, let's think about this a different way.
You can sway numbers to tell you whatever you want. By the way,
in a playoff game, do offensive big plays or defensive big plays sway games more? Like, and then I'm talking about like that Eagles win where they won off of some bullshit calls, but mostly defensive plays, right? Or the Bills playoff game in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs, where there was literally just like a boxing match, just like touchdown.
They changed the overtime rule because of that game.
Yeah. I mean, what swings a game more, a big sack or a big touchdown?
I don't think you can really. I don't think you can really call it that way. I mean, strip sack definitely can change something. That's what changed the Patriots and the Eagles Super Bowl, the strip sack of Tom Brady by Brandon Graham.
Yeah, that's true. But
that's also what changed the Patriots and the Falcons Super Bowl when they were down 28-3. Strip sack.
Oh, yeah, I kind of blacked out for that whole second half. I just remember you jumping around in our family room.
I sat in every single chair in your house that day.
I could never keep track of where you were.
But I don't really think you can really break it down like an individual sack or an individual play.
But like when David Tyree did the helmet catch back in whatever, I told Jeff that the Giants were going to win, and they still had no business winning, but they won, and it was because of the helmet catch. I mean, right?
Was it because of the helmet catch, or was it because Tom Brady couldn't stay in his own 2 feet because of your D-line?
I think in that game it was a little bit.
That's the situational, right? That's one moment of the game that really impacted the game.
Was it Eli Manning? I don't know how he avoided that sack. Like, I swear, his uniform almost got ripped off that play.
Have you seen Eli making fun of his O-line buddies, especially the one that's literally on video, looking at everyone chase Eli, and he's like this? He's like, you didn't even do anything.
I will always be a believer. Defense wins championships. Jon Henry said it as well. It's like, come on. Though, I think a lot of times you have those championship teams because they probably came up with a defensive stand at one point or another. I could probably pin that down at a certain point.
Maybe to throw it back on at our topic host here, though. I mean. Quite often, points win the game. The team that scores the more points wins the game. So yes, there are defensive stops, but I do feel like maybe we are sensationalizing the few times where that really was the case, and it is. It's not like this is a very one-sided thing. It's just John is saying, on the average, over 60 Super Bowls we've had now, that more often than not, it's been a dominant offense that is
the last
the playoffs.
15 years, the last 30 Super Bowl teams, the stats say that the best defenses don't win. The best offenses win.
Well, listen.
We're
not saying that the best defenses automatically win, but we're saying that you have to have a pretty good defense to win.
But
no one is saying you have the best. The best
gist of the question
wins.
is and let's just look up the lowest yards. Do the Texans have a chance to win the Super Bowl? And it's not because of their offense. Their offense is fine.
See, this year I say yes.
It's gotten much better.
It has.
But the Texans have the lowest defensive yards average.
I mean, this year, year I say yes. I think that is very possible.
Who are it was Seattle, Houston, and who was the third team?
The Broncos.
Denver.
The Broncos.
No.
But what's really interesting is
we should be talking about the Jaguars too.
We also have the Vikings.
Their defense is good too. Yeah.
The Vikings have the third lowest defensive yards average. The Browns are very low at 283.6. The problem with the Browns is even though they have a low defensive yard average, they have a lot of touchdowns allowed, 43 touchdowns allowed. So I mean, like, it's not just Myles Garrett breaking the sacks record. It's not just them having a very low yards. I mean, there is a lot of other things that go into it, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, for example, for me, like, they're not one of these top 3 teams, but I feel like the Rams have a really great defense.
Yes.
They do, yeah.
Like where I feel like their defense more likely could carry them past the Seahawks.
Number 17 in yards average.
That would be if the NFL followed the script, that would be the NFC Championship game. But something tells me it's not going to be.
But
It's really what we think it is, but it should be.
I think the Texans could get past the Steelers, and then potentially they may play the Broncos. And then you got two of the top 3 defenses. I mean,
I'm betting the under on that game. Texans and Broncos. That's going to be like 6-3.
but you know what? Yes, but then it'll turn out to be a friggin' high scoring game.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe
of
the
course
first half will be 6-3.
Right. Who knew all of a sudden Bo Nix and CJ Stroud just fire lasers all day.
But every team has quarterbacks, receivers. I mean every team's pretty well balanced to have a potential breakout.
Do the Texans curb stomp the Steelers this weekend?
They should.
I don't know if it's a curb stomp.
I don't know if it's a curb stomp. Yeah.
Steelers defense is formidable.
I wouldn't necessarily call formidable.
TJ Watt isn't fully healthy, is he?
Their D line, they still have good cornerbacks, secondary, and
old cornerbacks.
Ramsey and who's the junior?
Slay doesn't play there anymore.
Side.
Ramsey though is converted to safety lately, and he's been struggling a bit in that position.
Oh, Joey Porter. That's right.
Cam Hayward plays angry.
Yeah.
Cam Hayward played hurt last week.
In Aaron Rodgers' defense too against the Texans. Just scary as hell defensive end tandem. He does release the ball incredibly quickly. So like he's very fast in his reads and processing, and that's all he got. That's all he's got left.
I feel the way that
he may be able to avoid sack just from speed of time to throw.
I feel the way that you beat the Texans though is you have to throw deep. I mean that's what the Colts did against the Texans in that last game, and they had some pretty good success.
Well, it's a good thing they got DK Metcalf out of prison.
You have to do double moves. You have to do double moves and fool the. You have to take advantage of the corners. I think being aggressive with some double moves.
Yeah,
but then but just to tab in on the Broncos, like they are legit. Like their defense, they got Surtain. They got the number 1 corner in the league.
Yeah,
for one.
And I love Nick Bonito.
Nick Bonito.
Bonito. I love saying that.
Terrific.
Yep.
Right, and everyone for the most part, everyone else shows up and does their job. Those two are like the 2 prominent ones that stick out for me.
We should get to the end. The end's going to take a while. So,
okay.
I hear you though on Denver. They're good.
Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my house. Play next topic too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go out.
I don't know if I remember that song, but it sounds a lot like another song that you sang, but I think it's just because 2016 had songs that all sounded similar.
That's Flow Rider. Whatever happened to Flow
Rider?
Huh. All right. I don't even have. So we're changing the show format a little bit around. I don't even have a script to read from for this last topic. So, but we're just gonna get into it. We spoke about it a little bit at the top of the show where there was another shooting by a federal agent in Portland with these 2 people in a car. Now this one is not as black and white. Well, I'm sorry. I shouldn't necessarily say black and white, but. I don't believe there's any video evidence of this altercation, at least not right now. And there is the allegation that these 2 people that were stopped by these federal agents were illegal aliens from Venezuela and part of a Venezuelan gang. But they were shot. Their condition right now is unknown. We've been doing this show, so unfortunately I don't know what the condition of those 2 men that got shot right now. But this is coming off of another shooting in Minneapolis where there also seems to be 2 different truths going on, even though there is video evidence of what happened with this particular altercation. You have the Trump administration saying that this was a self-defense act. Meanwhile, everyone else in Minneapolis seems to say that this is complete bullshit. In fact, that's what the Minneapolis mayor even said. It's complete bullshit. And there was video evidence where it looked like the person was just trying to get away. And that's when the ICE agent shot them. So my topic question for this, and we're probably going to delve into some other things as well. But I mean, where should we go from here? Do we expect this administration to make any changes after these 2 particular events, or as John Companion likes to say, are we just stuck in the darkest timeline?
I think we need to, and I think it is very important, and I am shocked that we're going to relate it. I mean, I'm not shocked because this is what everyone expected, but we're going to start this topic with a quote from George Orwell from 1984. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears, and it was their final, most essential command. Today, Donald Trump, our president, posted that it was clear to him that it was a self-defense act and that this woman was a rioter. And so if anybody hasn't seen the video, she got away. The cop wasn't in front of the car anymore. And he shot her once, but then he shot her again when she was leaving, when he was on the side of the car. And it's on video. And they're telling us, and really what they're telling us is they're telling the dumbest and most imperceptive of us to not believe that, and to not believe what they think, and to be angry, and to fight each other. Because if we're fighting each other and we're angry, we're not using our brains, and we're not seeing what our eyes are showing us, and then they can be in charge again. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, and it's never going to change, and they have no interest in changing because this is the plan. This is the plan, and it's always been the plan. And we're fucked. We're totally fucked.
Jon Henry, Pete, your thoughts?
Did you guys all read 1984? Because
I did. I know the ending.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's one of the darkest books that I've ever read, and it's scary to see it actually happening. How long before that's banned in the U.S.? Because what the events that transpire today are exactly what this fucking administration wants.
Yeah, 100%.
Bar none.
You're presuming
everybody
this
needs to wake
administration
the
has read
fuck
that
up.
book.
Yeah,
everybody needs to wake up.
And that includes the people that maybe have some semblance of power left in Congress. Like, I don't care what freaking party you are, impeach now. That's all I have to say.
You want to know why that? You want to know why that woman?
They can't just start off as like my condolences to their family, like as a president, like
yeah. That'd be the decent thing to do.
Everything is.
You want to know why that woman ran? She ran because they're masked people with guns.
They jumped out of a regular looking truck,
on our streets. Masked people with guns on our streets who have a license to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, are you thinking that's a federal agent or that's someone that's going to kidnap you?
You don't know.
Yes,
it's not right there in your face like I'm a policeman or whatever you are. You know.
There's audio
had no warrant
in recording too that the agents literally told her to go, so she did what they asked.
Yeah, this woman had no warrant. She wasn't an immigrant. She was in her car, literally for no reason, shot in the face.
No, and then they just try to sweep it under the rug like it's not what.
Like they didn't just kill someone in broad daylight.
Yeah. Yep,
for
covering
no
up
reason.
cold murder, and you have the vice president now saying that the shooter, the murderer, has full immunity. Or his words, absolute immunity. That's the
It lets me know as a human being, like they're not gonna give a fuck.
No, they don't. They don't.
They're not through this whole process. They're not gonna care about who gets in their way and who dies.
And you want to know what's fun?
No matter.
It's all to protect their own interests and to distract us from the truth. To distract us from we're going to talk about it, we're stealing oil from foreign countries now. To distract us from our president has probably abused children before. I mean, to distract
not probably.
Us from all.
Has on eyewitness and victims' own personal accounts that have been out for years.
We are a broadcasted radio show. I agree, but let's just not say that outright.
Okay.
I think that we have a problem, and they are willing to do whatever they can to distract. I mean, Donald Trump didn't get elected president because he's a smart man or he is a good man or he's a good politician. He got elected president because he is really good at making the masses angry. Really good at it. And that's what he did.
What I will say because I don't want to get like too politically stance, but you can't accept defeat. Like you can't accept what they're doing and just say, well, it's over. I accept it at no point.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go too far into that on the record, but
sure.
This is one thing that's really hard.
You have to fight for what you
because
believe in, for sure.
You have all three branches of the federal government controlled by one party. So
I'd argue controlled by one person.
In a lot of respects, it's now it's not impossible. It's gonna be hard to change that. Now, unfortunately, we've seen some people that have on the conservative side that have changed certain opinion or just changed sides for whatever reason, and now they're getting kicked out or they're just leaving and they're giving up. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a great example of that. She was phenomenal. She was without a doubt a Trump supporter. MAGA till she died. And then the Epstein files came out and she had formed a different opinion or a different opinion from our president. And now she is no longer a congresswoman. It's a sad state that we're in right now with our country. And keep in mind, this man has only been in the office for 1 of 4 years.
Not
is
even
this a midterm year?
26 is.
Yeah, so we're in a midterm year. So this is really important for people to get out.
There is a chance that they're gonna change control for
he is
Congress.
He is universally disliked. The last numbers that I read, he was 26 points in the hole, which is a record.
I don't believe those polls.
But
this is the same thing about Biden.
All they're doing is rewriting the rules because they're in charge. So they're just rewriting the lines, and I don't know. We could talk about this for forever, and we're at time.
Well, we're gonna bum us out more.
We have another depressing topic.
But
to talk
first,
about.
It's the final topic.
Sorry, it was a sad explosion because it's just been sad.
Did I clip?
No.
Yes.
You two had zero clipping happening.
Woohoo! I also far away and sideways. I listen. And so to finish off this topic, it's official, everyone. We are the bad guys. So yesterday, Energy Secretary Chris Wright said that the U.S. will sell Venezuelan oil indefinitely after completing sales of the crude currently in storage there. The plan is proceeds from these sales would be deposited into accounts controlled by the U.S. government and then flow back into Venezuela to benefit the people, in quotes. The president announced Wright's plan on Tuesday for the sale, which could yield up to $2.5 billion. Senator Chris Murphy called the plan insane, saying they're proposing to steal Venezuelan oil at gunpoint forever and use that leverage to run the country. So with the rest of the free world calling us out and intelligence alliances like the Five Eyes that have existed since World War II failing and getting taken apart, does anyone understand the game plan of our current federal administration? And is there a world where we become the target of World War III?
I forget if this was Kimmel or Colbert that said this, but they compared what we are doing with Venezuela now as being pirates.
Yeah, that's why.
Of course we are.
Yeah, we're invading another country and stealing their goods.
We've revived the Monroe Doctrine, which I never thought would be revived in modern Earth.
So
I think the worst part is that the rest of the world is just sitting idle.
No, they're calling us out.
No, but
London,
what are they actually doing as far as actions? Like
they took London has this. This is why I brought up the Five Eyes. London has said they are no longer giving us intelligence information because they don't want to be at risk for war crimes.
That's something. But what are the other countries have done?
I mean, losing the UK is a big blow, guys. That's
pretty bad.
Intelligence, maybe.
So, what? We're talking China, Russia. I know China, I believe, has ties to Venezuela. But they're never a country that just responds instantly. Like they're not impulsive. So
yeah,
it may take time before we see what they actually do.
Well, they did a pretty good number by not buying soy from us for a while.
I mean, listen,
that's a big customer. 1.3 billion people.
The Prime Minister of the Netherlands called us out for proposing to buy Greenland.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Pretty much saying that attacking and threatening another NATO country is a big ass problem. It's a big ass problem. I mean, and you could say that there is some talk that the Venezuelan take is a step to take China out of South America, which they are doing. Their bases down there. And this is another Bay of Pigs. It might be.
Well, let's hope not. I don't trust the people making decisions like we trusted the people during the Bay of Pigs incident in the 60s.
Right. I mean,
well, how are other countries letting us just bomb things in the ocean too?
Did you hear?
They did it multiple times.
Did you see the video that showed up about what's his face's the Jack Ryan show that came out, and there was a monologue about the most dangerous country as regards to world on the world stage is Venezuela. Venezuela has more gold than Africa. It has more oil than Saudi Arabia. I mean, these are not fake facts. This is common knowledge.
It is prime natural resource real estate for sure.
It's also got a lot of cocaine.
A lot of cocaine. I mean, to
call not as much as Colombia.
There was also there was a mega mix that the Daily Show just did comparing the terminology around this invasion of Venezuela to the invasion of Iraq, using words like shock and awe, using words like there are a bunch of other things. It's
they
the
just
same.
Plagiarized the whole thing.
It's literally the same script that they're using. So we survived that, I guess.
Copy pasted the whole thing.
You are not wrong, sir.
I think the thing that should piss off conservatives is this war that he is getting us into is exactly what he said he wouldn't do.
Well, I mean, what else did you expect?
He lied to us?
Right.
Hey!
Is anyone surprised?
Yeah.
Is anyone surprised?
The lie counter was at over 30,000 from his first term. So you can't believe a single word this guy says. And now he has dementia. So, or at least allegedly. It seems like it.
No.
Based on a lot of the evidence. So, yeah.
His faithless followers just seem more of a cult every day. As I see stuff like this, and his responses to people getting killed, it's crazy.
Following him blindly, too.
I think that's what I'm the most scared of, is that there are enough people in this country to make a sizable voting block difference that will absolutely twist and justify some horrific, very, very, very unchristian things in the name of what they claim is Christianity and zealotry for this, to vote for this man.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't reason or logic with those people anymore. They're compromised.
I've tried.
We all have. Yeah, I think we all have. I mean, it's gotten to the point where guys, this is pretty clear. I mean, we have, how many times has this happened in recorded world history, recent world history, that we can draw upon?
I felt like we should have ended on Jon Henry just saying, "I tried."
we can just edit it right there. That's.
I mean, we did also just hit time, so everybody, don't do stupid shit. Stay safe. Think about yourselves. Think about your families.
Trust but verify.
Trust but verify. Trusted balls. Title of the episode.
Trust but verify your balls.
Yeah. Yes. I love it.
All right, wrap it up.
So that has been our topics. We'll be back next week with our friend Jeff and Pie Cars. In the meantime, you can catch up on our old episodes on our YouTube channel with the handle @IfTheseBallsPod. And don't forget to subscribe to us by tickling that little bell.
Oops.
We would like to thank our guests for joining us tonight. Thank you, Jon Henry.
Thanks, John.
Glad to be here. Yes, sir.
You can also follow or like us on our socials @IfTheseBallsPod on X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Our website is www.iftheseballscouldtalkpod.com. This is Mark Pesci, and for my partner John Companion, producer Pete Steffen, that's what we feel they would say if these balls could talk.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, all.
If these balls could talk, they would walk along the bases into the fields.
Man, I feel like that was the most intense end of the show we've ever done.
You yelled at it. You hit your desk, Pete. That was amazing.
Yeah, I got.
Did you spill your beer?
No, but I did trigger stopping the stream. Hold on a sec.